by with Pookie.
I am up here on the main stage with Ninja. How excited are you to be here today at the World Cup Creative Mode?
A lot with these guys, obviously, the last 48 hours, and no, I'm really excited. I think we got a really good chance, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Now, tell me a little bit how your team came together.
Yeah, I checked special, and it was just an easy choice to pick these three guys. And, you know, like I said, we've actually been bonding pretty hard the last 48 hours. So team cohesion is an all-time high.
Team cohesion, I love it. We should have named you guys the Ninja Trick Shot Warriors, really.
That would have been awesome, but there's no, I mean, there's a ninja skin kind of in the game, so, you know, we could have had, you know, maybe some of that. It's all good. I like the little whip. I love my little ice cream.
And anybody that you're looking forward to facing off against here today?
Everyone here. You know, Gotaga, he's my fellow, you know, Red Bull competitor, essentially, and, you know, Scissors because he talks a big game. That's it, yeah. Those two guys, I'm looking out for them the most.
Well, he does talk a big game. Let's see if he can back it up today. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck. Golden Boy, what do you think?
Well, I think that's pretty awesome because the good news is we got 8 great teams that are going to be playing for a $1 million grand prize in 3 very creative modes, which means today's really all about fun. And who better to have some fun with than none other? You got Monster, Sundown, over at the cast booth. Take it away, fellas.
Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between. Welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals. I'm one of your casters, Sundown.
All coming to life, and this is what we're here for.
Yes, after the 8 trials, now what you will be seeing on the stage will be 4 sets of 3 matches in 2 never-before-seen maps, and a little refresher coming from the Creative Showdown there with Sky Station Showdown. It's going to be incredible.
That's right. So you guys have seen the Sky Station before. Lucky for them, you know, they get to kind of come in here, prepare, kind of prepped up, but there is so much more that is going to happen that hasn't been unveiled today.
Oh, and I mean, it's good. Seeing the adaptation across these sets is going to be incredible, and they're going to get a chance to revisit them at the end with a little remix, but we'll get into that here in a second. Let's check out the overall scoring and how these guys are going to be competing and how they will win. So, as we said, that first set is Sky Station Showdown. Junkyard Juke will be the second one. Set 3 will be a never-before-seen World 1, and then set 4 will be the Golden Games. Now, the Golden Games will comprise of a singular match from each one of the other 3 with, as I said, a nice little remix on it. And the Golden Games is worth a golden llama, while all of the other sets are worth a singular silver llama. How do those llamas add up, Monster?
Yeah, you want to accumulate the most llamas throughout each set. We're treating each set as its own individual thing with a couple games in between. So they're going to get a couple runs at it, and you just want to do the best in every set. Get those llamas so you can take it all home.
Yes, now the winner of the set will go through, and in case there is a tie, it will come down to that golden llama. The golden llama will trump all. Now let's get into the prizing, which will also determine a little bit of the scoring. We'll take a look and we'll throw that up there for you. And the way it ends up working is from top to bottom. Each one of these contestants will be winning money. So everyone is a winner in there, but first place ends up deciding that, and this is per the individual matches, and it's cumulative. So you definitely want to get in the top 4 to bump up that score.
Yeah, that's right, and that is every game. Per match, we have a big winner. Of course, it's going to be divvied out between everyone competing, but come on, with the amount of games that's going on today, this is incredible.
Yes, that is across 12 of matches total, so tons of chances to win prizes from all of these guys. Let's take a look at the roster and all of the teams who will be competing and give you guys a quick little overview. You can see Chicken Champions led by El Rubius, Sunshine Soldiers, got that one right too, Zeke, with Danyan and Achin representing as the captains, Funky Fighters with Tomoya, Karoku represented by Lachlan.
But we got to give some love to the Ravens Revenge. You can see them up there, Little Whip Warriors. We already kind of touched base with Ninja. Llama Record, which you talked about a lot coming up into here, and of course the Fish Fam, who's going to be led by Scissors.
And these are some of the creative kings. They've been able to go through, run, qualify. A lot of them have had had the world run, or not world run experience, excuse me, but in those death runs where they were doing the qualifications, but there are also some combat aspects. So we've seen Sky Station Showdown before. You know, there's going to be a little bit, I don't want to say advantage, but they might be a little more at home when you're actually firing bullets, building out, and trying to get those rotations in.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot underestimate any of these teams. These guys grind, and they all play Fortnite. But let's go ahead and take a look at the format here so we can kind of see a run on how they take these victories.
So now the VIP will be those creative captains, and they have to be the one in the capture point uncontested to score points. They will get 3 points per second in the initial hills, and then the first team to 1,000 points or the highest scoring team by the end. And also, the creative captains will be wielding the Infinity Blade.
That Infinity Blade will be important because they had to get to the capture points A, B, and C, which will give 3 points a second, and then 7 minutes into the round, point D opens up, where you will get about a lot more, right? 12 points a second.
Four times
that is
a lot.
That is what you want to do. You want to gun for the point D on the map. That's your comeback, or that's your lead taker.
Yeah, you can see a lot change when that opens up at 7 minutes, but now we're going to go in an overview. For those of you who are unfamiliar and didn't get to watch it at the summer block party, we got you. Zeke, catch us up.
This map is a collaboration between Team Evolve and Epic. Now let's break down how it all works. For this very special event, we are bringing you an exciting King of the Hill style game built in creative by Team Evolve. 8 teams of 4 players will start at their home base on the edge of this massive flying city. Together they will push 3 capture circles, racking up points by holding them down for their team. As each team heads toward the capture points, they'll need to protect their team's VIP, who plays a key role in this game mode. If they get eliminated, they'll respawn at the team's home base. The VIP is the only player who can earn points for your team while in the capture circle, earning 3 points per second. They are also the only one with the Blade, which deals massive melee damage and enables the wielder to jump in. The VIP gets to the capture circle without being eliminated. With 3 capture circles across the map, teams have to strategize to figure out which point they'll be able to hold. Pay attention to your surroundings, because if lots of teams are fighting for the same point, there could be an open circle elsewhere. Hold up. Did I say 3 capture circles? Actually, there's a 4th one. Partway through the match, the 4th capture circle in the center of the map will open up and will award 4 times more points per second than the others. But with high reward comes high risk. After each match, teams will be ranked based on how long they held the capture circles and earn overall points based on their rank in that game. Those points will be added to an overall leaderboard, and at the end of 6 matches, the team with the most points wins. Let the showdown begin.
Love seeing that and getting a quick rundown on how the teams can go about playing. Now, Monster, who is your team to watch out for?
You know, early on, I thought the Little Whip Warriors and the Fish Ram were going to do good, but hearing from the Ravens Revenge, Gotaga now, I'm just shifting towards Ravens Revenge here. They've swayed me. Their entrance has really swayed me.
They definitely had a lot of confidence down there in Gotaga. It can be very competitive at a drop of a hat. My team to watch, the Llama Record Co., Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex JJ Carnifex. You heard him talk about it. 3 competitive veterans and a very aggressive German. That's a combination that I want to see on Sky Station Showdown. Now, we've done a whole bunch of talking, but I know why you guys are here. You know why we're here. It's time to play some Fortnite. The Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals starts right now.
And this is it. We are loading in. Everyone's hopping out, and they are actually familiar with this map. So we're gonna see the strategies off the bat here. Let's see who can take away and break away with that early lead you saw there. Nice wide shot of all of our captains here. And here it is. Little Whip Warriors in the lead off the bat.
Already you can see trades coming out now. A fun fact, the Infinity Blade wielder gets a bonus 100 health and shield, so he's sitting at the 200 mark. On top of that, Siphon is on. If you get an elimination, you get that 50 effective HP back over. That makes the Infinity Blade very hard to take down. They also get those big crescent move jumps to slam down. And as you can see going on the right-hand side of your screen, it is creative chaos all over the place, but now taking in with the Little Whip Warriors as they're able to clean it out, and Ninja's trying to rotate up top.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the Llama record was completely pushed off of their point. And now we have Ninja who's going in with the Infinity Blade. What a player to wield this one right here. Oh, he's getting pushed back. Notice how he doesn't even want to get eliminated. He wants to do as much damage as possible. But is that effective?
I think you just kind of reset and you go, or you get up there and you start swinging. The 75 damage hit will be able to take it down, and the Llama Record Company establishes themselves right back up. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is how the players utilize their building. You start with 50 wood, and then if you get an elimination, you get 25 wood directly into your inventory. So if you're able to kind of eliminate out and put pressure down, you can get some ridiculous builds, as we're already seeing on top of the blue hill.
Yeah, this is actually a neck-and-neck race right here in the early game so far. Fish Fam, Chicken Champions, and Raven's Revenge are all trading spots at the moment. And Sunshine Soldiers comes right on in to wipe that up and get them out of there. And nice job for Stewart.
And look at the Cuddle Crew across the way, just now getting their first points because they've been contested the entire time, whereas Llama Record Company has only had one team coming up towards them. Another thing to note, let's talk about the loadouts here, Monster. What are they rocking?
They're rocking everything that you can get in the game, from blue tactical AR up to that hunting rifle, so you use.
And the one thing you're missing, so everyone has a bunch of mobility to be. Let's take a look. And they're building on it. This Llama Record Company team is looking to go platinum with a great defense of their point.
There it is, very nice. Finally starting to earn some points, trying to break that, triple digit Hand of Blood. Little fun fact right there. His dog Falco is Germany's second biggest dog influencer on Instagram.
That's impressive, but I wonder who the first biggest is now. That's like, is there a statistic for that? Like, do you go down the line? But one thing I do want to note for Hand of Blood, look at the eliminations coming out of the Infinity Blade. Already sitting on 7 and being aggressive. As the more he gets that siphon going, the better he's going to be. But the Chicken Champions come out on top there. No tender defenders are going left. Able to hold the top, and now crawling their way back up there. They're only about like 10 seconds or so behind the Funky Fighters?
Dude, wait a second. Where did the Funky Fighters come from? Suddenly they're at the top here, and the Little Whip Warriors have not managed to earn any points. Sunshine Soldiers looking to kind of ruin that festival up top, but it's Tomoya. We touched with him with Pookie early on. He said, you know what, he chose his players, specifically because they're great at depth runs, but it looks like they battle it out too.
They're doing a very good job of making sure they go at the same time. You can see Tomoya here being patient, doing everything he can to try and find an outlet, but he doesn't want to commit before his teammates are there. He's waiting for Kutu. There they are. Kutu coming up with them as well. And the fight is on, but we switch back over to Scissors just chopping it down. But the Fish Fam is a sushi there as the retake happens.
That is actually crazy. Watch him kind of wait there, prepare the ambush. His team comes up and they collapse on the point. And bye-bye Fish Fam.
And notice they had enough mats to completely encircle the top, but the Infinity Blade will be able to come right out. So instead, Tomoya jumps straight up to just stall out a couple every seconds, because every second matters. As you see, Kutu also on 8E.
Top Funky Fighters and Fish Fam. Llama Records so close as well. This is a close one for the run in the top 5 so far.
And I like seeing the Funky Fighters using impulses out of spawn. You get 9 of them, so it's great to throw them off to knock other people off the point, but use 3 to get a little faster. These guys are all very experienced in terms of navigating basically every part of creative and battle royale, so they can use those little quick impulses to get themselves more efficient. As you see Zan go down, Suzu go down, Scissors go down right there as Lachlan is just cutting them apart. But Tomoya, again, the Funky Fighters come out on top with the Infinity Blades at least, so no points going over right now to the Cuddle Crew.
Oh no, the Cuddle Crew does not have the Infinity Blade wielder here, so Clytex has to kind of hold it down for now and wait until the leader, the team captain, can get up to the top. If Lachlan gets there in time, he might be able to, but nope, they kind of lose their point of interest, unfortunately.
And now Gotaga goes up and goes straight back down, not able to catch himself on the edge, so Raven's Revenge gonna have to wait a little bit before they get points, but have full control, and Gotaga unfortunately breaks some of his teammates' build there with the Infinity Blade.
Yeah, you see Chappie. Chappie's from, you know, the USA. His favorite aspect of creative mode is actually 1v1 build fights, so this is why they're doing pretty good right now. And they kind of close it up. Looks like the Cuddle Crew has come back, but the Fish Fam is here to ruin that entire party. Can they shut it down? And Scissors survives just for a bit more.
And again, you see every single time the Funky Fighters go up, it is never a solo person. It is always two, most of the time three. They get control and then they immediately box up. But while we've been talking about them, let's check in back with the scoring as we're now right around the third mark and a minute out from that 12 point per second circle. And Ninja's team, the Little Whip Warriors, are Little Whipping all over as Tomoya goes up, comes back down, and the Shing Shing was not enough. Cuddle Crew takes him down.
I actually love that strat. You don't see anyone else really utilizing the dive straight up into the air to kind of disengage off the pressure. Ninja's doing a great job chopping up here. He's already at 8 of limbs. That, never mind, make that 9. That was Gotaga who went down right there. And they finally get another run at, you know, advancing the lead here.
And they are slaying out, too.
Yes.
You see every single one of them almost to the double-digit marks. But Taco, hello. That was your head. Yeah, you got to be careful because, hey, if all you're doing is sitting there rifling, that's fine. Somebody's going to take a hunting rifle and make you pay. Lachlan goes up. MSYP is just behind him, and Lachlan is able to take that one over. Kaz is trying to do everything he can, and he does get Lachlan, so good delay coming out from there, but opening up about a 20-second lead. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Middle point is open. That's 12 point per second. And heading towards the impulse is going out, and a swing and a miss there with the Superman jump from Ninja. Not quite going to get it as Rubius and Hammer in the circle right away. Rubius under fire, but Ninja under fire. Who will take it? Rubius has the better sword on the day, and then immediately taken out. This is chaos.
Whoever's the last one here is probably going to be the most successful. But remember, you need your sword wielder. Your captain has to be there. If Lachlan isn't there, it's not even worth fighting for. So Claytex doesn't care. He's trying to pick up that Elam counter. And he's on it. He's playing some good defense there. Down goes Hand of Blood. No points for the Llama record anymore. They actually use that. Just a couple seconds put them all the way back up to second place.
And two of the Cuddle Crew right now have combined for 31 eliminations, but they're not converting it into points. They're currently sitting at the bottom, 189. Little Whip Warriors do still have a lead, but it's already been cut down. And just as I said, with the middle hill, Funky Fighters almost take it away. There it goes right on over. And you see any amount of time in that middle hill is so efficient.
I'm actually loving that little strat right there. They hold a point, then aim out to where these players spawn in and kind of move in from, just kind of pressure them back.
Yeah, so that's when you need somebody with a hunting rifle to start taking shots and saying, hey, pick on somebody else. If you look this way, you're going to have to respawn, because if you can get tags, great, but if you don't convert them and into anything, it's not worth it, as I just kind of stuttered, because Carnifex is sitting on 23 eliminations, Hand of Blood on 14 right there. That's why the Llama Record Company is ahead right now.
Yes, and they were using that 4x bonus on Capture Point D, which is right in the middle. It only appears after the 7-minute mark. So now that we only have 5 left in the game, it's up to whoever can hit that 1,000 first or the timer runs out. But at this pace, I think the Fish Fam, the Funky Fighters, or the Llama Records are probably going to take it here.
Yeah, the Sunshine Soldiers are also racking up points quickly. What's interesting to see is the Fish Fam are pretty much now uncontested, as everyone has tunneled in on that center hill. But once you get later into the game, when you need to kind of go up a little bit more, consistent points end up winning out, because everyone will turn their attention to the 12 points per second. You'll have impulses going down there, random hunting rifle shots, builds 24/7, because they see that tick happening. And look, as I say, all the sword players are down there, 2 of them going off, the tac shotguns being thrown up, walls everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Points aren't being scored right now.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to get all the bonus points that the Fish Fam is just like stealing away the lead right now. But also, remember, if their teammates pick up elims, you get matched straight to your point, into your inventory. So they're able to fortify up there. That's why they're just slowly growing.
And you can actually fortify to prevent the impulses from going in or make kind of a wall to toss it in. As you see, Hand of Blood picking up his 16th elim, but hey, Scissors is chilling.
Yeah,
Pumpernickel it up, man. Pumpernickel it up. Yeah, let him know. Let him know. There we go. He's saying, hey, you guys, we'll stick to our strategy. Let's see if somebody goes to contest it. There it is right away. They go up, but all four of them, you don't want to run into this. They're ready and waiting. They know they have the lead right now.
Oh, he's holding a trophy.
Look at he's looking around, he's telling him to let him know, man, and that's what it's all about. They've opened up a 100-plus point lead, but no contention because everyone is tunneling on the bottom.
Uh-oh. And I like this now. Now they're turning their attention outwards. Other teams kind of realize, wait a second, they're just up there scoring.
Like, what can you do in this instance? They see the other scores. That leaderboard is running for them. What they have to do, if you're the Llama Record Company, you hold the middle and lock it down for that time. And then the second you get the lead, start running at the Fish Fam. Don't let them come anywhere near any point. Nobody else is going to catch you unless they get the middle. Everyone's attention is there right now. And the Llama Record Company now has the 100-point lead back in the span of just 10 seconds.
It let their guard down one time, and suddenly Llama Record takes the lead as the Fish Fam wasn't just farming all those points. Nope, Fish Fam no longer have a free point. It is up to everyone to stop the Llama Record Company here, because Hand of Blood has 17 elims and he's going for the middle now. He's got his team ready. Let's see what's he gonna do. Hits the vent, goes right in. Nice. He's still waiting. Look at the big brain plays. Comes out the collateral right there, and it's all his. The center point. See the excitement. That was a great game to watch.
It's fantastic. Honestly, I love Sky Station Showdown so much because I think there's a level of depth there, right? Everything is wood, so you're able to like kind of hit through it, and the Infinity Blade cuts through all of it right away, but the Infinity Blade wielder doesn't have the ability to build, needs the support from his teammates. So you saw the people who were roaming in packs of 3 and 4, incredibly successful.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. The Cutter Crew was like slaying, legit, so many elims, but not a lot of points, and that's because play that split game, it's not going to work out.
You have to convert it into control. It is a control the point game mode, and if you're not doing that, the other players are going to be doing that, as you saw right there. And what was unfortunate then for the Fish Fam is they got contested twice in a row right after and just couldn't get reestablished. They couldn't group together in those long spawn lines like you were talking about. I mean, they could be painful.
Yeah, you know, I was rooting for Raven's revenge, man. I might have to jump on the Llama Record Company bandwagon.
Bandwagoning? Really? One match?
Just one, dude.
One match? That was quick. All right, well, he jumps on the bandwagon. We're going to jump on over to Pookie, who has an interview for us.
Thank you so much, guys. I am here down on the arena floor with our champions here. We have the Llama Record Company. Now, have any of you ever played this? Let's go to you first.
Yeah, we had a few training sessions yesterday and we were totally dominating the game mode. So, I mean, we are by far the best team here. And right now, we feel very confident, yeah.
Well, you certainly played, like, you came a little bit from behind there. So your strategy was kind of like to get those points that are slower occurring at the very beginning and then kind of go into the middle and kind of start dominating near the end. Who made that call?
I mean, that was pretty much me, yeah. Like, we know that at 7 minutes, like, the middle just opens up and you get like 12 points a second instead of 3. So, yeah, we decided to work on that. We weren't that good at first, but we got a strat going. So, yeah, it went pretty good.
Speaking of strategy, are you going to carry that into the later games? Are you going to change it up?
We're just going to do the same thing. Hopefully no one follows us.
I mean, now all of your competitors have heard you say that, so we might have to discuss strategy a little bit when the microphone gets turned off. Now, finally, for you over here, how does it feel being here, playing in front of this massive audience?
It feels amazing, like it's just a dream coming true.
Thank you. And for you over here, you've traveled all of this way to just be here, be at the World Cup. Is it surreal? How do you feel about it?
It's an experience. It's really nice.
Yeah, and we love Spandau.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll talk about that. You guys got to educate me on that. Not sure what that is. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on taking the first game. Casters, back up to you.
Thank you so much, Llama, Record Co., Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex taking the very first match of the Creative Finals, the first match on this stage. I mean, it was an impressive format. They clearly had a strategy they wanted to execute on. It took them a little bit to get there, but over the course of the game, they were consistently accruing points.
Yeah, I should have known last night they were going to do good. Saw them on the hotel lobby. They were hanging out, literally as a crew. One of the only creative teams that I saw sticking together like a squad. Should have put my money on it.
Like I said, bandwagon. It took less than one match in an interview, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm fully on board.
I'm
no
so
problem.
convinced.
It's all good. This set has been so exciting. I mean, who are you looking out for? Who can contest them? And what do you think the next step is to shut them down? They say, hey, we have a game plan. We're going to do the same thing. And I agree. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, stick to that if you're going to keep winning. But what do the other teams do to now make them uncomfortable? How do you go challenge them?
I mean, honestly, we saw a lot of that team play out of the Fish Fam, right? You wait for your Infinity Blade wielder to come up and then get the team to back them up. You have to work together. And remember, when you catch an elimination, you get mats for it so it can help you build.
Yes, mats and the health back, but the first match is done. The second match is kicking off right now, and we will have a pretty good idea of where we're going. I'm excited to see if they can repeat, and now the second match is underway, and right away you can see some players sprinting out, some opting to take some hunting rifle shots as Lachlan grabs that Infinity Blade and goes straight up. And you can see you can actually make it to the top if you hit the vent, jump, and then jump again. 2 jumps right away. Fish Fam and chicken contenders. God. Awful. Chicken champions. Apologies.
Tenders, chicken what? You trying to eat some
Tender defender,
Let's
chicken
go.
tenders. I know, my fault.
All right, here we are. So this time around, the Sunshine Soldiers actually managed to get some points off the bat. Very good for them, but Little Whip Warriors, same thing we saw before. How to take, a little bit of the first big step here.
I mean, Ninja, it knows those jumps. He's able to get around incredibly efficient, up to the top right away. But the early tack fights coming out, Tomoya able to ruin that one there, but then Tyler trades it right back out. And what's really is important here is about establishing control as a team. You want to stay together and just get your momentum rolling as Ninja goes up, followed quickly by the Little Whip Warriors. Ninja goes first, gets 1 elim, gets 2 elim as they swarm from both sides. So Ninja was up 2 from the back, 1 from the front. That was a very well coordinated retake.
Love how they did that, and now they're all holding it together. Kaz holding on the backside, keeping these players off the
was, but Chappie's on the other side. Slam goes down right away, but now we're over on board with your match 1 winners, the Llama Record Co. And they're already slaying out as well. 12 elims for them, but 0 on Hand of Blood, which is actually efficient, assuming he doesn't need the health. Will have the sword regen going through, but he can't use the builds, right? So other people need them.
He can't build. He also can't get hit right now, so he needs to be careful because he is 1 shot away from getting taken out here. But someone dives right on up. He has to put that pressure down, and it's the Chicken Champion to make a quick end of him. It's their turn to start accruing points, but no. The Champion leader goes down there.
Good intense defense from Carnifex. Was able to trade out 1, but now we have 2 swords up top. Gotaga and Lachlan just trying to beat each other up, and Gotaga comes out the winner of that one. Other Cuddle Crew team does pick it up there. Just remember, it's 3 points when you're standing in the circle. Uncontested, it has to be the VIP in there. When we hit 7 minutes, there is the 4th circle that is 12 points per second.
Yes, definitely very intense for Tomaya here, who again has no health. The Funky Fighters are trying to get that dominant lead they had in that game 1. Can they get it? Ooh, he knows he's on camera. This guy says, you know what, points are more important right now. He's just focusing in on the points here.
And you can see the Funky Fighters trying to prevent that ramp coming up. It's very efficient to just immediately, as soon as you come out, have 2 team members ramp up and to the left or up and to the right, so you can get up to the 1st level. However, Infinity Blade will break that in 1 shot, and you have a ton of rifle ammunition. All of these guys being maxed out on ammo.
Let's see here. These are all the spawn points. You can actually see the banners hanging, so you know if you really want to focus in and kind of shut down a team, you totally can. The Llama Lords are not doing great this game.
No, and this was the double jump I talked about. Ninja goes straight up. That's the first Elam. He's going to be able to point his camera, go up, and challenge as soon as the team decides, but instead, he's going to save that jump to be more impactful. Raven's Revenge trying to get pushed out right here. Gotaga and crew doing everything they can, but Taldock is going up the back. Chappie gets taken down for Ninja's 8 Elam, and he jukes him out, going straight back up top. Gotaga, does he have the health to take it? First swing comes through, and Ninja goes down.
Yeah, he just needed another Elam to put him back in the game. You got to get that siphon bonus. You don't get the heals. It's really rough, even with the Infinity Blade to heal up, because, you know, the heal time is kind of slow.
It's very slow. You can see the tick going up there. It's not something that you're going to be able to rely on, particularly when other players are getting the siphon off. If they're the ones trading out the shots, they can quickly change HP, and those are long animations. But look at the challenge. The 3 different teams going up, and now it's just the Fish Fam and the Cutter Crew. Lachlan doing everything he can. Sand goes down, but tries to create a little bit of space. Eats the headshot from Suzahu, and gets the
Cuddle Crew finally getting a couple points here. It's been pretty rough for them so far on this map here. See this struggle just a bit. The story has definitely been Ninja's supreme dominance so far. He's been pretty good right here. And even with no health, says, you know what, I'm not going to give away 3 points. Might as well go for it. He was so close.
Yeah, you can see him calling out the wipes there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it, as we switch back on over to the Cuddle Crew, who've established themselves there, but are still struggling to kind of get the points. The first time, we're really seeing them all together, but Plytech immediately gets ripped from the spawn.
Yeah, Lachlan's team needs to represent. There they are. They're finally starting to score it up. He's got a couple of eliminations. You can see Sandy here. 16 Elam, so definitely has some Slayers there.
Yeah, they need to figure out their game plan, because they're getting Elams and putting things together. They have solid numbers. They're just not getting the right hill time. Maybe it's go somewhere else. You don't always have to go to the point that's directly in front of you. Go contest someone, or maybe just go mess with somebody at their spawn. Delay them so they don't rotate towards you. Like a number of times, as you said before, you can see where people are spawning. If you want to go deny a team, you can send somebody to deny them. Just know that player is coming back over and over and over with likely more resources than you.
Every single time. And look at this. The Little Wit Warriors approaching that 400-point mark. And in just 1 minute, that new point capture D will be unlocked in the center of the map.
And while they have a solid lead right now, just under 150 points, that disappears in the blink of an eye. That's about 15 seconds uncontested in that middle hill. That's just how valuable it is. The shift in gameplay that happened, everybody tunneled it right away, and then the Fish Fam were able to get back up, but after that, kind of cycled back in. The center point became the focus and where the win was taken. And right now, Llama Record Co., you said they were struggling at the start, they're doing fine right now in 2nd place, Monster.
They're definitely creeping their way right back up. They're about to hit that 300-point mark there. Here we have Svenos just on the point by himself right now, waiting for Hand of Blood to come on up, hopefully. And again, no surprise, Ninja and his crew has found himself another point.
And the way they've angled this build is brilliant, because if you come up the steps, you're pushing into somebody's right hand, and on the other side, you're blocked off, as Ninja then just drops down Stewart 0-0-0-0, and he gets picked up with the alley-oop from Gotaga, as Gotaga comes up with Magma. 1, 2, 3, Ravens out of nowhere, but the Little Whip Warriors don't care. They're cutting down in 3, 2, 1. You can already see MSYB is down there. Alex JJ down there. Carnifex down there. They're trying to set up control right away. Llama Wreck and Go. But the impulses are raining from everywhere.
Hand of Blood really tried to get in there early too, as did every other captain. But it was, to no surprise, not effective.
And you can see that the Chicken Champions are committing to the 3 points right now. Little Whip Warriors as well, while contention is happening down in the bottom. No Infinity Blade Wielder is in there, but the steady climb of points coming out of the Chicken Champions is going to be beneficial. But also, just like that, Llama Rekiko is a little bit off the pace. They need to get the center uncontested. However, this game, they have a lot more attention on them.
Yeah, but look, Fishbam's doing the same thing they did last time, just slowly. Or actually, sorry, the Chicken Champions have adopted the strategy.
Fishbam are doing it too. You can see they're getting big points there. So there's 2 teams who are just hanging out. Problem. All the other teams are uncontested. Raven's Revenge has control of the of one of the other sides. So every hill is occupied and full controlled by a team, not being contested. Everyone else is looking at the middle.
Yeah, it's actually working. The Chicken Champions are right behind the Little Whip Warriors. Like, they're almost in the lead here. They just have to kind of hold it down. Honestly, the Little Whip Warriors have to identify what platform they're on and go chase it.
Well, this is what happened to them last time. They kind of had a good lead and then stalled out. You need a game plan when the middle platform goes, and you either need to stick to it or, depending on the score, be adaptive. Because right now, Chicken Champions, they're being fine. As long as somebody isn't controlling the middle, they're going to be able to have that lead, and you can send one person to just throw impulses down there over and over. Just be annoying from the top.
Here's Scissors. 6 Elans looking good on this other point, and now he's in the top 3. They weren't even close before, but just by slowly, consistently gaining points here, you can see they're breaking those thresholds slowly but surely.
Champions there from their control point. They're taking it over. They're trying to get it back, so that's a battle right now. But the Funky Fighters out of nowhere, middle hill, and all of a sudden, just like that, into first place, going to pass 700 in just a second. No, get pushed out, and now they're back in there. Tomoya down there and trying to push him out. And you can see they're contesting it over and over again, but they're not getting the points they saw last game, falling off the pace.
Yep. They are slowly just battling for this #1 Chicken Champion, overtaking now. Fishbam not too far either. Everyone's so close here in the top 4. You take a victory, you win 55,000 bonus in prize.
And right now, Suzu is going off. 21 eliminations, and right as I say that, apologies for the caster curse, but 21 eliminations from the Belgian. He loves practicing his skills and is showing it off here with really clever defensive cone edits up there. But right now, Little Whip Warriors are going at it. Tomoya gets the better of Ninja, and he gets cut down, but Funky Fresh Fighters then get sent all over the place thanks to the impulses from above.
I love this strategy. Kind of sends out for a second there just to kind of catch a breather, see if his teammates come back. But unfortunately, the timing was just a bit off. And the Llama Record Company now control the middle point. For how long, we will find out here, as this is their comeback story, because they need these points desperately here. Hand of Blood still alive just long enough to get a couple of more points. But Scissors is playing the long game here, just eating away at the threshold here at the top.
So Suzu isn't grouped with them. I'm assuming they've sent him to just go either watch middle and be their middle control. No, he just came up the backside. There you go. Come up in a very well-coordinated pick. 3 from the side, and Scissors gets taken down, but the Funky Fresh, oh no!
No, they got stopped. 1 point.
Yo, so if you are the Fishbam or Little Whip, right now you have to send somebody to stop them. If that Infinity Blade Wielder gets out of spawn and goes anywhere for 1 second, they will win. Somebody has to deny him. It is all on Tomoya. Anywhere he goes, it doesn't have to be the one near him. If he touches the middle, a singular, uncontested second will be the victory for them.
These are the final moments here, Sundown. Look at him. He's got a slight grin on his face. He wants to do it. Is this the point that he's going to make it? Here it goes. He takes the stake. He does miss. Going back forward now. His team's up there. All he has to do is swipe just a couple of times. Can he win this straight? He does not.
And as you watch, check the points on the right-hand side. Nobody's climbing up by the 12s. And as they did, Llama Record Go gets the control there, but Little Whip contesting them right back. Funky Fresh Tomoya will be back and looking to find it, but the contestant is going to the middle. Here's Tomoya. He knows just a second in there. Uncontested. Can he get it? No, he doesn't. He down. The impulse grenade at the second. He landed, not giving up. No one's in there. Can he find it? And he does. That's it. His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tomoya takes it for the Monkey Fighters with some brilliant teamwork.
What an intense endgame, too. Get taken out at 999 points. Really, anything can happen in those final moments.
I'm telling you, I love the Sky Station Showdown. Can't wait for more people to start playing. The Funky Fresh Fighters right there celebrating with his team. You can see them just so excited, so happy. Let's take a look at this final replay. Now, again, we talked about it. The impulse is being a great denial tool. Right now, the player goes down, set back out, goes in, but misses the jump monster.
He almost had the flashiest ending ever. Just kind of dumped it and wrapped it all up, but it was just good enough. Like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
And I mean, you saw the impulse explosion the second after going off the teams doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down the Funky Fighters. Tomoya, Huzi, Dracius, incredibly well to take the second match of the first set at the Creative Finals.
And you know what? I am a fighter.
Really?
Well, I can't
really?
do it.
Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won. I'm their fan. Great performance coming out from them. And it's one thing we talked about, right? The adaptation that happens from match to match. The rest was like, oh, we're gonna stick to our game plan. That didn't work out.
Yeah, it really didn't in those end-game situations. They really just kind of crept up and snuck to the entire field.
They did, and they were able to make sure that they got time in the middle when Little Whip and that going at it constantly. Funky Fresh.
Yeah, and that's just kind of how it happened. You know, they find themselves one step closer to taking the silver Llama for this. Remember, at the end of the day, these are just the games, but they have to take the entire set now. Now the pressure's on.
The pressure is on, but the Funky Fighters have a little bit of pressure off of their shoulders because they know they got that top spot. We have Pookie standing by on the top deck with a Pook. What do you got?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with our foremost. Now, I got to talk about this where you guys were just sitting. You needed 1 point left to win. What was that like?
I was really nervous. Like, I was just imagining, like, losing with 1 point would be terrible. So we just tried to get it, and we did it. So
It was definitely devastating. I was screaming at my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys. Synergy back together. Sundown and Monster, back to you up at the desk.
Thank you so much, Pookie. And the Funky Fresh Fighters, I mean, their game plan has been solid. Second place, first place. Now, I understand why you might want to bandwagon a little bit, but I'm still going to hang out with my Llama Record Co. But I want to talk about the changes we saw from match 1 to match 2 in terms of gameplay, and was it what you expected?
Definitely not what I expected. I thought Gotaga's team was going to come out here and crush it right behind the Fish Fam, but as you can see, huge upsets. Anything can kind of go either which way. And I mean, talk about like kind of beginner's luck or something like that. You just put a team together. They didn't practice. They're just coming out here and wiping players up. So a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I picked my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster, because if you can get the Silver Llama there and you're confident in your ability on the world run, you're set.
Yeah, you're just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at the Sky Station Showdown.
Yeah, it's been very well done from them, but it's still anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the Silver Llama is the one who has accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half. 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner. So you really have to fight till the end. Regardless if you're in the lead or not, this is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there. It makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Bala, because he's going to show us what's up with the tactics. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the Fan Festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it, and I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second games. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take, cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from 2 sides, 2 angles, and the sword approached at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramps, he comes up from the side, slices and dices, but meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at right now where they're at, they're only in 2nd place. Fishman was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating with the super point there. Guys, 2 matches down on Sky Station Showdown, 1 more to go. We'll see where Monster lands at the end of this, because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons. But as you said, there is 1 more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We will see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games. And it's been so fun to watch the difference of players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pinches end up coming. And now in this 3rd match, it's only going to get better from these guys.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of team work happening here. And why not just hop right into a game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here, because this last game of the set is loading in right now.
Yes, and this will be the final match of this set.
You know exactly who your neighbors are. You know who is to your left and to your right. Really in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record go putting shots down towards the spot. You don't want to peek them, because the hunting rifles will be coming out. The shot just misses Carnifex right there, and he trades back down. Ninja firing it off, but gets pushed out by Raven's Revenge right there.
Yeah, Carnifex having a tough time kind of listening in there. Conifex was sniped from the side. Now we have Taldak here jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe-to-toe. Otaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, and then I did okay in the last one. They were in fourth, so they were there. They were close. Funky Fighters have a win in a second place. Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny them than it is to push up the top.
Yeah, the problem is then, the Little Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allowed them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the server do that, you know, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. That's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there as the Ravens Revenge are able to get on the top and a fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even like the Tigers team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe-to-toe and Ninja strikes him right down. Oh, but hey, his teammate comes on in. Ravens Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And you guys a little fun fact about Magma. He's from Australia. He started playing in Fortnite Season 2. His favorite aspect of it was actually speedrunning. Always finds new ways to kind of play the game.
I mean, good on him, man. I've been getting incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative madness as Scissors cuts through the back down, cutting through, not quite able to get him. It goes up again, so right now just denying the cuddle crew the points, but we talked about how we want to see more from them right now, pushing into the top three.
Yes, the cuddle crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game is worth so much. You, at the very least, want to be up in that top 4 contestant so that you can take a little bit more home with you. It is Ninja. Disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. He doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the siphon.
I was about to say, no siphon, no material, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in his spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ. Low key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. Team up there, waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now back to Gotaga, who's on this point by himself. He wants to bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Taldak goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he flipped him from the bottom, dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinned from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shot come out, trying to find it. And Dracius is coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga, instead just going to disengage.
And it's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swats. He goes down, he gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here, though.
We're seeing a lot more points being sorted. A little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Ravens Revenge and Llama Record Co. 100 points clear of the rest of the field.
Unfortunately, though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of average running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already, and bye-bye, falls down. Lucky for him, no fall damage.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for denying, and in fact, he does say, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him. Sunshine Soldiers having a spot to the sure who they flying overhead. And Gotaga, they've been so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead. But they don't have too much cushion to play with.
Snow particularly went 12 points per second on that central point. He is open. Gotaga checking his surroundings. No shots coming through. And RT actually using the door edit and just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest him, and it just starts raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Ravens Revenge making their lives difficult this game, but up comes Ninja. RTA goes down, Chappie goes down, Ninja gets the Elim. Gotaga, will he be able to find the last hit? Ninja intelligently backs away and strafes it out. Teammate picks that one up, and they get control.
Yeah, I love how he played that stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. If you don't have your captain there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, earn anything from it. Here comes Gotaga, he's thrown himself into the fire, straight into the point there, and he gets taken out. Here it is, Tomaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make a miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves in a running. They're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about cast occurrences. It might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well. We're going to stick to our game plan.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are alive, and they're playing a better game after game. Here goes Scissors. He needs one more strike there. The 5 tax wins this small engagement.
Atax has been hanging out. He's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, doing it all with that rare tag. Consistently highest up there in terms of the Elam. You see Fortnite trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Ferraro. Ryan Granta comes up the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Daniel is also up there. We got a 3-way battle, but it's 4 chickens saying, this is our roost, get out.
That's right. Right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on, what's it? Viewers imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in. Will they be able to push down? Little Wit, the record company down. You've seen this story before. But you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going up. As everyone's like, no, we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Gotaga in group. They're nearly 3 points. We'll catch them a little bit, but they both just established control. Won't pass Raven's Revenge, just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been okay in that top 4, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take this set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can to knock it down. Carnifex challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile kind of position and take here on the point. He was hidden, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. There's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh, man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but now there's a whole bunch of aggression coming out from there, and they now immediately look to start to take shots. And then Raven's Revenge have now finally unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point game as Tomoya gets taken down, and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this Raven's Revenge. Can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? If we're in New York City, you know, you got to make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they're going to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open, constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the Elim, and control is resting.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping up and keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
Is what what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other two platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga, oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Puddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Puddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Ravens revenge though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going to challenge the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga.
There it is.
And they got him. They got him the difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent three, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right, and now Laxley could just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do. And he's almost there. He is almost there. Right now he can take this lead, Sundown.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half second away from each other. The shots are going. Puddle Crew has the lead though. Will the team be able to go to? Yes! 999! 1,000! Gotaga and Ravens revenge in the closest nail biter yet. Edge out the Cuddle Crew in 2 teams who we said we wanted to see more. They want more.
Are you kidding me? The fish man stepped up and shut it down. Just the fact that they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points and lost the lead. They were just a tick ahead and could have been their game.
I think it's just you can see the counter in the top right, but the fish fam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that victory royale screen pop off when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of a point of view there, because they had it. They were 1 pick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door. 55,000 bonus.
It got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale. Every single can affect the overall end result of the game, as you see there in Ravens Revenge, closing it out. Taga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Arthur, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off with, Ravens Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, oh my God, let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Ravens Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. I told you.
He's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Ravens Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here, Sundown. Thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Ravens Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, question to you, Gotaga. How's it feel to be here in the stadium, fans, the door, and to be facing up with the here? What you expecting?
A really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot callers? Is it you?
Kind of all 4 of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to just go in there and do as best we could.
Okay, what's the strategy like? Are you guys, talking through at the beginning? Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move? Or are you guys like, no, we're going in first?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And, we were able to control it over them. They ended up pushing off over to the center. And, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to turn it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork for them was just on point. You talked about it. All 4 strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the result. And that puts them immediately into contention because the cumulative prize points to find out who will take that first silver llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
I actually want to touch on something that, you know, was kind of interesting. He called Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like that focused here. He's like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which one. They're shutting players down, shutting down their position so that they can take the set.
That's the next step, right? As soon as you're teaching there, that's the big part of the is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you and score. So if you want to go and try and make some of these life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help the team the most by just denying the other best team. Like, hey, you don't get to play the if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait. It only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers, and I think would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario.
Showdown? Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So for him to take what might be one of our, you know, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that silver llama. Rounding it out, you have Raven's Revenge in the top 3, Cuddle Crew and Little Whip Warriors both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. Fish Fam, Sunshine Soldiers, I almost got that one, 6 and 7, and then 8th there are the Chicken Champions, but this is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know weather might have been a little while ago, Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster. And how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves, so when you are on the prop side, you choose small, medium, or large objects and get into the incinerator under the guard tower. It's actually really difficult. Like I said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, slash prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game, though. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
For more creative Fortnite, the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. This new game builds on the fun of prop hunt with a twist. 8 teams will take different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective? To get the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the center of the pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to run for the hills, or rather, the goal. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also respawn at their home base and need to start the track all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and gnomes. And enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun. was right there, clipped into it. Boom. Got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air, but great run coming out from X-Sandy and Tamoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Bensor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get it. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trapdoors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little tiny springs. They launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time, not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster and a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% of the point value.
That's right, so Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achin and Zond over here, small, clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah.
Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want to find a path for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, lock rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whatever you had that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping. So it will set you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right? When you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tamoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary. But notice, he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that. So it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points, so don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow the people to score, and you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round. Right? Because then it's all about how good are your pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens, very well done for them, picking up an elim there. But right now, Kodoku already wresting the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
Yeah, and that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking lead. And the Chicken Champions can't earn anything either.
I love that from Clytax. Right away, hides himself behind the box, and you see his hands. He's like, please, please make sure it's not there. And then boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling out the strats here. The question is, can our competitors figure it out fast enough with their limited amount of games here? But 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you got to grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lachlan gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're going to rotate the guards up again.
Yes, so we will have some new guards take their place. This is honestly Chicken Champion's opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap here. The Sunshine Soldiers are now at the bottom layer of the guard tower, and the Fish Fam are at the top. So it is time to kind of mix it up.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now. They are
doing great.
They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the Silver Llama.
Yep.
As we've talked about, they are so incredibly close, doing everything they can to push towards the top. And you can see they got a lot of elims, too, in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. 0.
Tamori is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue on the open. He's going to be hunting for me, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there, and that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here, and that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's is unlimited ammunition. You can't run out. If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot. Yeah. What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through. You're the guards, and you want to deny as much as possible. And again, every match is for $55,000 for the winning team. You want that, and that will lead into the Llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors as we see a whole mess of air conditioners going in there, the water heaters in. It was fantastic for Raven's Revenge, and Llama Record Co. are also climbing their way up the leaderboard, 110 points so far.
Great job for the Llama Record Company. Alex, JJ, Carnifex, Venos, and Hand of Blood. This team is doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top somehow, overtaking the Cuddle Crew, which, by the way, Lachlan's team has been showing up here. It's good to see them, catch a little bit of domination here in this junkyard juke.
Well, like we said, the creative finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have the World Run where it's there. We saw Sky Station Showdown, which shows off building in team tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together, and hitting your shots.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you're in that guard tower, you don't have opportunity to miss. You let them score, they're going to break free and break away with the lead. Here's a look at Svenos here,